Good morning, guys. How are you? Yeah, how was your night? Okay, so all set for the day? My name is Saidu Oseni. I am Associate Professor, Animal Breeding, Department of Animal Sciences of Obafemi Awolowo University, Ile-Ife. I'm the Nigerian partner for DAIRYCHAIN project, the EU-funded project for which Egerton University under Professor Kahi is the lead partner. Our second partner is the University of Education in Ghana, and our country partner there is Professor Yo Ano.
Despite various initiatives to enhance competitiveness, many weaknesses and constraints still exist in the dairy value chain in Kenya, Nigeria, and Ghana. There is inadequacy of trained and skilled labor force to run the entire value chain. To enhance production and improve the efficiency of the dairy value chain, efforts are needed to alleviate the set challenges, in addition to bridging the gaps in access to dairy information and enhanced participation of women and disadvantaged groups. It is on this ground that a collaborative program dubbed DAIRYCHAIN was born. Obafemi Awolowo University has successfully implemented the DAIRYCHAIN program in Nigeria through the coordination of its Animal Sciences Department.
To churn out very competent graduates that can drive the dairy value chain. That is the core message from the DAIRYCHAIN project under the European Union funding.
This project, this research is domiciled on our teaching and research farm. And through this project, the farm has benefited quite a lot, mostly in the area of capacity building and improve facilities.
We've had a lot of collaborations after 3.5 years, including a whole lot about training, including curriculum development.
We actually segregated or cut the curriculum into 4 different options. The first option was the dairy production option. They had the dairy extension option. We also had the dairy value chain option. And of course, we had production, extension, value chain, and the last option, we had the technology option. So these were the 4 different options for which we developed the curriculum. So there are 4 broad core competencies for which students were supposed to graduate and have competencies which we tailor them into what the industry needs.
The major impact that I think we have been able to make on my side, I was on a team that visited the Fulani herdsmen in Osogbo, and Osogbo is the state capital of Osun State. So we were able to interact with them, and from our discussions, we were able to give them some advice that actually benefited them, because we got the feedback from the Fulani herdsmen that the state government actually gave them some incentives based on what we discussed.
The impact of DAIRYCHAIN in Obafemi Awolowo University is rewarding. Dr. S.O. Oseni, the country coordinator, was awarded a departmental commendations for outstanding contributions to the growth of the department and the teaching and research farm of the institution.
As a matter of fact, the recognition of the outstanding contribution of Dr. Oseni to our teaching and research, the departmental review panel recommended that Dr. Oseni should be commended for his outstanding contribution to our teaching and research at the Obafemi Awolowo universities.
The renovation of the old dairy unit, which has been down for over 40 years, contributed to the reward.
The DAIRYCHAIN project is responsible for the renovation of our dairy units. which has been abandoned for quite a long time.
And here we have white Fulani cattle breed. We have about 10 of them. These animals normally are grazed around the pastures within the teaching and research farm. We have some other pastures around us here. After grazing, we give them supplemental feed, like what you can see them feeding on now. What we have them feeding on here is concentrate with a little bit of silage. So basically, that's what we feed to the animals. Yeah, these animals have been inseminated because the ultimate projection, what we want to achieve with them, is that they produce milk.
We have extra capacity now for dairy research and development. In particular, we have the full kit for artificial insemination for bovine, that is for the cows. We also have the liquid nitrogen tank. We also have extra expertise, including consultations with the private sector. Over 40 years now in the history of the department, we've not had any serious collaboration with the industry. But through DAIRYCHAIN, we can beat our chest that we have direct connections with Friesland, Campina, Wamco as direct collaborators now.
Towards the end of last year, there was also a workshop, an home field workshop, during which students and some other participants were taken through artificial insemination and estrus synchronization in cattle.
This project has also enabled me to see some technology in play. For instance, sometimes ago there was this artificial insemination program that was brought to our teaching and research firm. There I was able to see people inseminate our cow after the estrus synchronization. These are things that actually marvel me, and I'm looking forward to see how I can develop my core competence in dairy extension.
On November 11, we did the artificial insemination. One of the reasons why we did artificial insemination is to be able to get good stock breed. We inseminated with exotic semen, and today we are doing the pregnancy test to be able to detect the ones that are pregnant and re-inseminate those that are not yet pregnant. This effort is for us to be able to get good dairy breed, because we don't have any specialized dairy breed in Nigeria. So we are trying to look at ways to get good dairy breed, so that by the time our farmers are getting them, they will have good milk yield, and that will lead to increased productivity for them. Above
all, what we have enjoyed most is in the area of improved facilities.
We got an AIE kit, a full complement of AIE kit with the nitrogen tank, so that we'll be able to store our semen before using them to inseminate the animals. And the AIE kit is available for us to use, so that anytime we have to do it, we'll be able to get it done.
The project is also supporting the re-establishment of the paddock that will support this dairy cow. Once they begin to lactate, we have to make sure that there is enough pasture for them. So the project is also spearheading the re-establishment of over 4 hectares of pasture fields.
Keen on building capacity to academic staff, DAIRYCHAIN, through its hydroponic fodder summer school in Kenya, which was attended by academic staff from the Department of Animal Sciences, an impressive hydroponic laboratory has been established at the department.
The idea for this hydroponic fodder actually came from a dairy exhibition conference we had the privilege of attending in 2015 at Nairobi in Kenya. And then we came back home, we challenged ourselves. Yes, we could see all the automated chambers, we could see all kinds of setup, but we need something that can actually sell for a typical farmer. Most of the places where we have seen this hydroponic fodder growing, we are mindful of the temperature regime. Usually it's something around 18 degrees or lower. which you cannot really attain in Nigeria except you use an air conditioner. And getting an air conditioner for a typical farmer will be adding to the cost, apart from the challenge of stable electricity supply, which will make him again to be thinking of, do I have to be running my enterprise on generator? And that is going to make it more costly. So we came up with this idea, and we've been trying to challenge the ambient temperature. We know we have good humidity, about 75%, and so humidity should not be a problem with it. And our trials so far, we are gradually settling down on rice, especially paddy rice, sorghum, and millet. But we're also coming to realize that the storage will have a great deal of impact on the results of the hydroponic growth, because this particular setup that we have here today will make the 6th day.
Some of the first program assistants have since landed to lucrative job placements in Nigeria, given the exposure by DAIRYCHAIN to countries like Kenya with a relatively established dairy sector.
My role under the project was to assist the project coordinator in person of Dr. Seidu Oyariko-Oseni in all the project activities and project management. I got an opportunity to travel to Kenya to study the dairy production system in Kenya, and also have some knowledge of the dairy value chain. I have a lot of experience under this project, which I have used to assume higher responsibilities and higher positions.
In order to achieve its focus on interdisciplinary research and academic partnership, fostered to help in the development of expert knowledge on dairy value chain, the Department of Animal Sciences, which coordinates the DAIRYCHAIN program, has more than often engaged experts from the Department of Agricultural Extension and Rural Development.
Whatever we are developing, how are we going to communicate it to local farmers, to the pastoralists? Because most of the animal scientists, they may not know the local language. They may not know the way, the socio-economic condition of the pastoralist. So I've been interested and I've been working on the adoption of the packages introduced by this dairy development program. They have the, how did they behave? How did they accept most of this modern technology posted to them?
I'm Abiodun from the Department of Agric Extension and Rural Development. I'm a part of this DAIRYCHAIN by my thesis. The title of my thesis is Gender Involvement in Traditional and Transformed Dairy Value Chain in Oyo State, Nigeria.
While I was undergoing mentorship through the DAIRYCHAIN project, I attended workshops which was organized by the DAIRYCHAIN project here on our campus. And I could remember vividly, Professor Gului of the University of Kenya came around and tutored us on quality assurance in university education.
Through DAIRYCHAIN projects, I was able to get financial support for my field work, which is the most important aspect of research, to gather qualitative and quantitative data for the research work.
Given the positive impact of the program within the university, a community impact side is very necessary. Obafemi Awolowo University, through its DAIRYCHAIN project, has reached out to the prominent dairy farmers in Nigeria. The case of SMAP Farms, located within the half of Fulani community in Oyo State, is one of such farms.
These are landmark achievements because the academic departments like our own cannot operate in isolation. The industry link to us is seen as a major accomplishment for the DAIRYCHAIN.
Our objective is to set up a dairy outfit specializing in crossbreeding for the small-scale farmers around the community in which the farm is located, as well as the neighboring southwestern states. And we feel that the collaboration that we have with Obafemi Awolowo University is important in the sense that it is going to allow us to reach more farmers and get us to get more citizens of this country to participate in dairy business and develop the dairy to such a level that we can produce enough milk for the populace. And that is what this project is all about. And as you can see, we already have some crossbreeds which are in their F1 stage, except for 2 of the crossbreeds that we have here, which are already at F2 at 75% of hosting and 25% indigenous DNAs. And those ones that are here, we have the crossbreeds. Nalepo is our first crossbreed in the farm. And Nalepo currently produces about 12 liters per day. And we are hoping that as these other crossbreeds are getting to their puberty, we will be able to get the next generation of crossbreeds to F2.
The program co-financed in the ACP EU Cooperation Program in the Higher Education EduLink 2 under the ACP Group of States with the financial assistance of the European Union has indeed empowered the dairy industry through strengthening of higher education institutions and networking with the labor market in Nigeria.
But I think the most important part of the dairy farm, of this farm rather, is a collaboration that is going to exist between us and Obafemi Awolowo University, or that exists between us, and which will enable us to produce more crossbreeds for the farmers, and then get the milk to the small-scale farmers, youths who currently are jobless, and looking forward to, and we think that the best way to create wealth and jobs is through dairy farming.
The Dairy Chain project as well as assisted in the purchase of some equipment for the department like digital boards, projectors, laptop for masters and PhD students. And some of our students also have had mini grants from this dairy chain even to conduct their research. I
want to wish that this project continues because the benefits is so enormous, and I want to thank the funder as well as the collaborator for this project.
DAIRYCHAIN is all about collaborations among higher education institutions in East and West Africa for enhanced efficiency in the dairy value chain. And what is this all about? It's about capacity building, how to tap on the potentials for converting dairy production as a commerce, for income generation, for employment. But to drive dairy value chains, you need appropriate skills, you need proper training, and that is the role of higher education institutions.